Hey guys, welcome. I was just saying to the guys on TikTok, this is loud. How are you guys doing? Welcome to another live session. I'm Dr. Sylvia. Good to have you on my live stream. Welcome to the channel. Hi, Chandler Tara on TikTok. Thanks for joining. So we are starting our live streams this year because I thought this would be a really good way for us to talk more, chat more, interact more. Answering questions that you guys have been sending to me on the channel, particularly on my YouTube channel, although you can send them through on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok as well, but particularly on YouTube. And if you want to get your questions answered on a future live, please feel free to sort of send them in. And then, we'll take a good look at them. We've done this before. I think we did this last week and we got quite a lot of interest and comments. And I'm happy to sort of go through questions with you guys. Remember that what we're doing here is providing health information and education. I cannot directly provide you, or I cannot specifically provide you guys with any, I can't provide you with any specific advice or treatment. You always need to go back and see your own doctor you're registered with, who has your own medical background. So that's really important to say from the offset. So you guys on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, hi. You guys will be seeing my disclaimer where I encourage you to do just that. But today we've got a few questions that have come into the channel recently and they looked interesting. And general questions that I think women are concerned about. So let's go into them. Let's tackle them, and hopefully everybody will learn something from that. My name is Dr. Sylvia. Just in case you're meeting me for the very first time, I'm a general practitioner. I'm based in the United Kingdom, and I discuss women's health issues and sexual and reproductive health issues on the channel. And please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hang on, let me say all that because I usually forget, and that's really important. It encourages me. And guys, did you notice that we just crossed the 75,000 mark on subscriber mark on YouTube? This is all down to you. So a big thank you. Well done. Thumbs up. So yeah, please feel free to hit the like button, join the family. And of course, you can also join us on our website. We've got a bubbling community on AskAwayHealth website. You can join, get our regular newsletter, and also another way to connect and do amazing things, learn amazing things about our bodies. Right, so let's get cracking. Let's get to the very first question. And this one, I've put it on the screen for you. I'm going to read it out for you guys on TikTok, and let me know your thoughts as well. Let me say hi to a few people. Hi, Naomi. Hey, oh, wow, this is going quickly. Hi, Naomi. Hi, The Determined. Hi, I'm just trying to say and wave to everybody that I can see. Okay, right. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay, first question. I started the birth control pill in December. Now, some of the question might be cut off because I couldn't get everything on the screen. So let me just read it all out in full. So this person says, I started the birth control pill in December and stopped the end of the month due to extreme nausea and exhaustion. It's now January, and I'm still having really bad nausea, acid reflux, and vomiting. Is there any way I can restore my body back? So for you guys on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, that bit that cuts off, she wants to know, is there any way she can get her body back? So I'm going to assume that this is probably one of the regular birth control pills. We don't have a lot of detail about this. We can only assume that she's taking this pill regularly for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and she's just stopped it because she just couldn't carry on the symptoms that she was experiencing, extreme nausea and exhaustion. Now, the pill can affect us differently, as you would know if you've used the birth control pill, whichever one. Many women will hardly experience any side effects, but there are a handful of women, or even more, who can experience different degrees of side effects. And whenever you're about starting the pill, you should have a conversation with whoever your prescriber is to talk about what to expect. And it's always good practice to look at the leaflet that comes with your pill packet and be familiar with what to expect, basically. So yeah, because the pill because starting it and stopping it, because the pills contain hormones, don't they, can sometimes disturb or disrupt your body's natural hormone balance, it's not unusual that you might experience nausea and exhaustion. But she describes severe or extreme nausea and exhaustion, which is quite interesting. But and what I would expect is if it's the pill alone that's responsible for her symptoms, then when she stopped it, usually she take a couple of weeks for the effects to wear out, because the concentration of the hormones that you have inside the pill is certainly not as heavy or as large as what you have in other methods like the depot shot injection or the implants, for example. So really, when you stop taking it, really within a couple of weeks, I would expect the effects, even the pregnancy prevention effects, wear off literally within days. But the other effects, the other hormone effects, may take a little bit longer to completely ease out of your system. So if it's the pill that's responsible for this, then it's not totally unexpected. Although I don't expect extreme nausea she's describing, but let's bear in mind that we can all respond differently. Let's keep that in mind. But let's put the pill to one side, because I'd like us to think broadly. If you guys are just joining Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, welcome. Thank you so much, guys. Please let me know where you're watching from. Say hi in the comment section. I love to hear from you. And I'm also interested, particularly if you've had similar experience, please let's share. I think it will be useful for us to understand, how this different women experience these things. Plus, on YouTube, I'm running a poll at the moment, which is related to one of the questions that we're going to be covering in a few minutes, and that has to do with dark period blood. So please check out that poll and answer it if you can. So yeah, like I was saying, these symptoms, extreme fatigue or extreme nausea and fatigue, yes, it's not impossible that you might experience it, but it could point to other causes. And so we need to be conscious of this, especially because she's gone through December, stopped the pill. We're now almost at the end of January, really. So she's carried on another 3 weeks after presumably she stopped the pill. So I'd be thinking about other things. And one of the things I think about, really, which it shouldn't happen, but I want to double check, is that she wasn't pregnant when she started the pill, and perhaps she's experiencing symptoms of early pregnancy. Yes, I know this sounds really weird, but it's something I definitely consider. Hi, guys. Hi, I'm just checking in with the guys on YouTube. Thank you for joining, and let me know what you guys think of the question. If you've had anything similar, we're talking about somebody who's experiencing persistent side effects on the pill. So one of my thoughts would be, is pregnancy an issue here? And was she pregnant before she started the pill? Or is this a situation where she started the pill and perhaps she didn't take it as she should have? Maybe she missed 1 or 2 tablets at some point during the cycle or when she was supposed to take it. Or while it's effective, it is not 100%. So is she one of those women who's got caught out and fell pregnant? So there are different things to consider. And one of the questions I'd love to know is, have you done a pregnancy test? So outside of blaming the pill, I'd think about the possibility of pregnancy and do a pregnancy test. Check this out. But of course, I'd also worry about, or ask about other issues. So I'd think about did she mention acid reflux? Where is it now? Acid reflux. I'd worry about gastritis, inflammation of the stomach lining, which can happen and, give rise to these type of symptoms, really feeling very sick, heartburn and vomiting. Could she have developed this unrelated, possibly unrelated? I'm not saying the pill has caused it, but possibly unrelated. She's developed a stomach issue. Could she have developed a stomach infection, gastroenteritis, a stomach bug? Could that be why she's experiencing these symptoms? So I think there are a few questions to ask here. I would, she needs to arrange a visit to her doctor. She needs to sit with her doctor, okay, and go through all the symptoms, when they started, any pre-existing medical problems, good to know. What other medication that she's taking at the moment, what's happening, and then of course a physical examination, and then they can decide to do any tests that they feel are relevant. So to answer your question, which was, let me get the full question here. Is there any way I can restore my body back? So I think we need a lot more information to work out what's going on, my dear. I think it would be good to speak to your doctor, let them take a good history, examine you. Of course, in the meantime, it's really important that you're not getting dehydrated with this vomiting that you're experiencing. So perhaps there are certain foods that make the vomiting, the nausea and vomiting worse. Good to avoid them. Maybe just take small quantity of food at a time, sips of water, especially water with rehydration salt, so that you're not getting dehydrated. And please arrange an appointment to see your doctor. I think those would be the ways I would cover this kind of situation. And if you can see your doctor sooner than later. So we're one question down. Guys, what did you think? What do you think? What's been your experience with the pill? Let me know. Lots of different side effects, and we tend to speak more of the, how will I describe them, maybe the more severe side effects, like headaches, blood clots, high blood pressure, but this is what she's described can also happen, being very tired, experiencing nausea. There could be so many different causes. Somebody's tired all the time. There could be so many different causes. Really, really useful to see the doctor. I would really encourage her to do so. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, my friends on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Let us take a quick break, and then we're going to go on to question number 2. We will take the quick break once I can find where I've kept my my break segment. Welcome back, friends. Thank you so much for joining me, for catching this live. I didn't give much of a notice before I started because it was really hectic today. I almost didn't come live, actually, but I'm here. I'm here. Okay, let's go to the next question. So if you're just joining, we're doing a Q&A session, and I've just picked out some random questions. A few of them actually came in within the last 48 hours from into the channel, and I would love to be able to share my thoughts. Most of the time when I reply this, I give a little bit of information, but I really encourage people to go and see their own doctors. But I thought this is a good opportunity to share information and share some education. So this is what we're doing tonight. If you've got any questions that's related to the topics that we're looking at today, periods, the pill, and so on, please put them in the chat or on TikTok, guys, if you want to. That would be great. So we're doing question number 2, which is an interesting one. It's a cute one. It's interesting, but it's also a bit worrying as well. And I'm so sorry that you're struggling like this. So she says, please reply me. This is your reply, my love. I am replying. And she says, I have dark brown period and very low flow. My pelvic ultrasound is fine, but I don't know why my period is dark brown. My wedding is coming. I'm worried. I don't know if you guys caught all that. Okay, yes, it's showing on LinkedIn and YouTube and TikTok. So dark brown period blood. There's always a lot of anxiety around period blood of an abnormal color, and there are times when this is, yes, it's suggestive of something really serious. I think I've got 1 or 2 videos on the channel that I would recommend that you watch if this is something that you're worried about. But there are lots of different causes. And by the way, this is the poll that we're running on the YouTube channel. I'm just trying to see if I can find it and see if you guys are working on that poll. So please, if you're watching on YouTube, please go and have a look at that poll. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me see. It's going to make a noise now. Hang on. Nope. Okay, let's pause it. All right, let me see if anybody's responding to the poll. I just want to know what you guys. Oh, yeah, okay, yes. So we've got one response. Oh, okay. So the poll is for you guys on TikTok. Here's the poll. So the poll question is, no, we're not ending it. I just want to see it. How do I open it? Okay. So the poll question is, what do you think is the most common cause of dark period blood? And 3 options. The first one is old blood slowly leaving the womb, stress or lifestyle factors, and hormonal changes or imbalances. So the poll is still going to be on for a little while, and I'll see what you guys think. So let me know what you guys think on TikTok. So hi Yoga Lingala. That's an interesting name. Hi God Favorite, nice to see you. Hi Sparkle Like Me. Hello, thank you for joining, guys. And hi Ifitom. Okay, so where are we? How do we address this issue? Dark period blood. So there could be lots of different reasons. Many times, please don't panic. Many times could be easily explained. Okay, usually dark period blood flow is because this older blood, so it may be towards the end of the period for that cycle or for that month, and flow slows down. And because it slows down, it comes out of the womb a bit more slowly. And as it comes out slowly, it's being oxidized. And that's what comes to the change. It mixes with oxygen. That's what I mean by oxidized. And that's what's responsible for the change in color from bright red to looking darker, because it's just taking a bit longer to leave the womb. It's just the flow is slowing down. So most of the times, there's nothing to worry about. The time when I'll be really very concerned about dark period blood is if you came and said to me that it's also very offensive in smell, or you have other symptoms as well. For example, you complain about pelvic pain in the pelvic area, or you're having a very high body temperature, an unusual discharge. Those are the other things I'd be concerned about, because it might suggest an infection inside the womb going on at the same time. But then there could be other causes, hormone imbalance conditions where there's irregular blood flow. And sometimes you have large amounts. You have the womb tissue, the womb lining tissue that sort of grows thicker for a period of time without any bleeding. And then after 2 or 3 or 4 months, bleeding then happens and the lining is shed. Sometimes the flow is quite heavy. Initially, it slows down. You could have altered color of blood, either black or brown. So it could be caused by any number of things. Most of the time, it's not really too much to worry about. We can explain it. And another cause is stress. So stressful conditions. And what did Our Lady say? She said she's getting ready for her wedding and she's worried. I mean, the thing as well is that, I don't know how long this has been going on for. So that, again, that's tricky. And, I'm not surprised, because this is a YouTube question. So there's not room to sort of discuss and find out how long has this been going for, what other issues are there. I think what is also reassuring is that she had a pelvic ultrasound scan. So if you're watching me, that's reassuring to me that your pelvic ultrasound scan is normal. Depending on how long this has been going on for, the other questions I'd like to find out from you are, do you have a regular period? Is this a new problem in the last couple of months? Or has it been going on for much longer? So when did it start? Are you taking any other medication? How are you feeling? These, I think, if this is something that is carrying on for longer than 2 or 3 months regularly, then of course you should see your doctor about it. But bear in mind that there are lots of different causes, and many times it's actually quite benign. It's really nothing that you should worry about. And it may be that by relaxing, by staying hydrated, by looking at your diet, it might be that this will naturally settle down by itself. Okay, so as long as, we don't pick up anything unusual when your doctor has assessed you. And there are other things that they can do, other tests that they could run, perhaps a full blood count, check your thyroid function. I'm not saying that anything specific is responsible for causing the period blood, but it might just reveal something else that's not right, perhaps abnormal thyroid function and so on. So please don't be worried. Please enjoy your wedding. Please calm down, enjoy your wedding preparations, enjoy the things that you're doing. And I think that if this problem persists, or if it's something that's been going on for a long period of time, please go and see your doctor. Okay, so that is our second question done. Guys, again, let me know what you're thinking, okay, about these questions. Please don't forget to give this video a like, especially on YouTube, my friends on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So guys on TikTok, what do you think about dark period blood? What are your thoughts? Is there anybody who... Hi, Margaret. Hi, Mofi Mazliang. Oh, hi. Let me say hi to people here. Hi, Florence. Hello, Nasrin Harris. I'm just busy saying hi. If anybody's responding, I can't see the responses. I'm just trying to work this out. Okay, please like the video. I've seen a couple of likes. Thank you. I would like to see a lot more, if that would be okay. Come on, like the video. Right, so we've done 2 questions. Let us go to the next one. Okay, my friend took the pill. Is that the next one? Yeah, my friend took the pill. It's been 10 days and she didn't get her period. Oh, I thought I had, let me see, hang on. Okay. My friend took the pill. It's been 10 days and she did not get her periods. Is that worrisome? What do you guys think? I mean, this is somebody who took, this is the emergency pill, clearly. I want to believe, because they haven't really clarified, but this looks like, somebody is asking about the emergency pill. So should they be worried because they haven't seen their periods in 10 days? What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? So, especially for those who have used the pill before and those who watch, maybe you watched a couple of videos on my channel, delaying your periods after taking your emergency contraceptive pill or regular birth control actually is not unusual. These are hormones. We expect them to cause some disruption. So generally what happens, let's stick to the emergency contraceptive pill, which I think this is what we're discussing tonight. Some women will experience no change. So they will see their next period around the same time as usual. For some women, there might be a delay in the next period. And for other women, the period might come a little bit earlier. These are possible events that could happen after using the emergency contraceptive pill. But of course, it's important, because the reason that anybody's using the emergency pill is to prevent an unplanned pregnancy. So yes, I would say that within the first 10 to 14 days, within the next 10 days, if you're expecting your periods to arrive and it hasn't, then yes, you should go and do a pregnancy test. I don't advocate that you should start panicking and worrying, because that alone can further delay your period. So no, you shouldn't worry. But it makes sense that if your period is supposed to come in at a particular point, and it's been a good number of days since you're expecting to see the period, it's not turned up, then you should do a pregnancy test. That's the first thing that you're supposed to. That's the first thing that you're supposed to do. So it's been 10 days past the due date for your period. Go ahead and do a pregnancy test. I would, most people would even be looking to do the pregnancy test if the period is delayed by a week. So I would say that if it's 10 days, then do the pregnancy test. If it's negative, then you should either repeat it, or you might go, and some people can go and see their doctors to have a blood pregnancy test done. But in many cases, you should just wait, give it another week, and then repeat it. Because sometimes you've done the test a little bit too early. You just want to be sure. But like I said, if you have access to blood pregnancy test, then if the urine test is negative, then you can go ahead and do the blood one. Otherwise, repeat it after a week, and you can do a home pregnancy test. Now, sometimes if the period delay is linked to something like pain, if you're getting pain in your tummy or you're feeling uncomfortable, please urgently see a doctor, because what you don't want is to experience something like an ectopic pregnancy, for example, because the period has been delayed, and so there's a pregnancy, but it's not inside the womb. So that's something that's important, especially if you're developing pain or discomfort. Okay. But yeah, the rule of thumb, if you're taking the pill, you might experience a delay in your period. It might come at the same time, or it might come a little bit earlier. If the period is delayed, usually beyond 7 to 10 days, please do a pregnancy test. If you're feeling unwell with pain in addition, please seek medical attention. Okay, hi, Olatunji Olabis, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate that. I'm trying to say hi to somebody. It says one new message, and then when I tap, I don't see a message, so I'm not sure what's going on. Honestly, I'm such a TikTok novice, TikTok newbie. All right, guys, on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like the video. We're going to take another quick break, and then we'll come back with another question. Let me know if you're enjoying this, please. If you're enjoying this new format, this is my plan. We're going to be doing regular Q&As, and I'm really interested in sharing information, us sharing knowledge, helping to provide direction. I need you to be able to make this work. So, like I said, please put questions in the comment section of any of the videos, in the community post, or when you see my notifications that we're going to have a Q&A. It will be great to hear from you guys. Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, you guys are not left out as well. All right, let's take a quick break, and we come back for another question. Okay, welcome back. Let's see what that poll is doing. Okay, it's still showing. Hey, I'm not really getting. Not. I don't have too many people responding. It's the same person, I think. Yeah, just one. Well, that one person who responded is correct because it's the most common. Really, is nothing to worry about. It's simply old blood, but of course, it's alarming. You know, when you look and you're not seeing what you expect, fresh blood or sort of dark red blood coming out of the coming out on your sanitary product, your towel or tampon. Oh, and you know what? I also forgot. I remember when I was doing that video and I was, researching. One other reason is the type of sanitary product that you're using. There's some ladies who find that after using the tampon in particular, because of the way it collects blood, and I think for some sanitary towels as well, because the blood stays within that, within the material of the tampon or the towel, it's oxidized there. So what you're looking at, it looks dark or it looks black on the towel. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're passing dark brown or black blood. It's just that it has gotten into and soaked within the material or the tissue. I don't mean toilet tissue, I just mean the material of the tampon or the sanitary towel. So it's absorbed into that and so mixed with air and oxidized, and that's why it's looking dark. So that's something else to bear in mind. But again, like I said when I was answering that question, if you're unwell with it, if it's something that's persisting, happening month after month after month, then it's something to speak to your healthcare practitioner about. Okay, welcome back. So let's go to the very next question, which I don't think is going to show all on this on the Chiron, I think it's called. So I'm going to read the whole question out to you guys. So this is someone that says, hello, I had a baby 6 months ago and I haven't been the same. Pelvic and lower back pain, and I bleed every time I have sex with my husband. Heavy bleeding with clots. I have an appointment to see my doctor all the way in March. So there isn't a specific question here. I can't even remember which video sorry, I'm just being distracted by TikTok. I think maybe that was an accidental thing that somebody just put there. Okay, it's gone. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys, let me see. You guys on YouTube. So you guys are probably just seeing the bit where she says, I have an appointment to see my doctor. That's in March. Okay, this question came in this week, actually, just to give you context. So it's a fairly recent question. So she has an appointment in a couple of months. So there are a few things to unpack here. And I know that many of you will share my concern about how much time it's taken to get her appointment. I don't know where she's based. She's not told me. But let's sort of try and unpack everything. So she had a baby 6 months ago and she hasn't been the same. And truly, I do have a pregnancy series where I look at changes in pregnancies. Nearly a year, is it a year or so old? But I dedicated, I think, 10 videos or so, just looking at pregnancy, things that come up in pregnancy so that, you are aware and you can be prepared, because there was a conversation going on then about, oh, doctors don't tell women what to expect in pregnancy, which, fair enough. But I have a playlist of at least 10 videos talking about changes in pregnancy. So no excuse. This doctor is telling you what to expect. Anyway, you can expect certain changes after you've had your baby. I think one of the things I would have loved to understand with this state of affairs is, just how bad is this pain? And again, we all have different pain thresholds. I totally appreciate that. That we all have different pain thresholds. I would just like to know how much impact this is having on her life. But, experiencing pelvic and lower back pain, that sounds really uncomfortable. Is it there all the time? Is it there with walking? Is the pain there when she's going to toilet to open her bowels or to pass urine? A bit more context, maybe just to help us work out, what's going on. After 6 months, persisting pains, is much, even if she had a C-section. And again, that's another piece of information that would have been quite useful. Did she have a C-section birth, or was it a vaginal birth? Was it an assisted vaginal birth? Were there any complications? So quite a bit of information that would be really helpful to see what is going on here. Is it a muscle problem that is affecting the pelvis? So that's on the one hand. But then she goes on to say that every time she has sex, that there is bleeding, and it's not just mild bleeding. Hi guys on TikTok. I'm sorry I'm interrupting, but It's just going fast quite quickly. So I just want to say hi and thank you so much to guys that are joining. Please like the video if you're enjoying the conversation. So where were we? Heavy bleeding with clots in addition to this pain. So how we recover after delivery can be different from one person to the next. But I do agree that symptoms like this carrying on for 6 months, that's quite a lot. So it makes me wonder, what is this? What are we dealing with? Are we dealing with any kind of injury, some kind of trauma, maybe injury to the vagina that's not healed? Could there be some hormone changes that are persisting? I don't know. Did she have a diagnosis of conditions like fibroids or endometriosis, even adenomyosis before she became pregnant? And following pregnancy, perhaps the conditions have maybe flared up a little bit. I think she would have mentioned, because if it was something like retained products, now within the first few months, weeks even after delivery, pelvic pain, feeling unwell, discharge, all this suggests a retained and but that there could also be back pain, would suggest retained products of conception, which is maybe after delivery either the placenta or some tissues still remain in the womb, but it's not completely emptied. Those could cause those problems. I'm not 100% sure that you would still experience them up to 6 months down the line and not be a lot more unwell. So it's a bit of a tricky one. So this person definitely needs to see a doctor. And if it's something that they're asking you to wait until March to see your regular physician, is there an out-of-hours center close by to where you stay, or an urgent care facility or a walk-in center where you can go in, have a conversation with, the clinicians, at least get a preliminary examination, let them do some swabs for you. They may not be able to refer you for a scan, or they may be able to do so. I don't know. Depends on your location, even depends on your country, depends on the kind of arrangements there are. But yeah, a couple of things to think about. Again, these are things that we consider. I don't know all the full medical history or background, so it's a bit tricky to sort of say this is definitely what it is. But I'd advocate for being seen earlier than waiting all this while, because it's still at least 6 weeks, if my guess is correct. She said March. I don't know when in March. But while you're trying to do that, perhaps simple painkillers might help. A warm bath just to help. I'm talking about with the pelvic pain, the back pain might help. But please, if it's getting worse, if you have other problems like a discharge that's smelly, if you're experiencing a high temperature, high body temperature, please go to your local emergency department or your local urgent care department or walk-in center for a review. Let them check you over, let them do your observations, your vital signs, blood pressure, temperature. And like I said, if they're able to take vaginal swabs or pelvic swabs, that might be useful as well, because it might give us a clue. And then when you see your regular doctor, then you might have a conversation with them about having a scan done. I would have thought that if you see somebody in the urgent care setting and they pick up that there's some degree of urgency or more timely intervention, they might just refer you up to the gynecologists to have your scan and further investigations. I think that's what they're most likely going to do. So I've come to the last question of the evening, and I want to thank you guys for being such an attentive audience. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. I hope you found this useful. We're doing this again next week, Sunday. You are very much invited. I would love to see you here, and you know how you can participate. If you've got a question that you'd like us to have a conversation around, you want some clarity about, then by all means, please pop it in one of my platforms. You guys on LinkedIn, of course, are welcome. But yeah, on Facebook, on Instagram, Instagram, of course, on LinkedIn and YouTube, put them in response to a comment. Don't forget that if you join our AskAwayHealth community via the website, you have access to our regular newsletters, you have access to our email health information service. So rather than us going through your questions generally, you can post a question on the website and get a response from myself or one of our other clinicians that's as tailored as possible to your question. And that will help to guide you in having a conversation with your own regular practitioner. All right, guys, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Sunday with me. Nice to see you all. And I will see you again in the next video coming up next Thursday. And by the way, if you haven't checked out my video on ibuprofen, especially for those of you still having menstrual periods, because I have a wide variety of ladies that watch my channel, and you're looking at non-hormonal ways of managing heavy or painful menstrual bleeding, menstrual cramps, have a look at my latest video on ibuprofen. I'd love your feedback. It's been quite a popular video, lots of interest on it. I don't know whether it's because people feel that they agree in particular or they don't feel ibuprofen works. I would love to hear back from you. So check out that video. It's the most recent one. And please join me again next Thursday and next Sunday for another video published and another live stream. Until then, have a lovely week and I'll see you again soon. So that's goodbye to my friends on Hi, I'm Dr. Sylvia. I'm so excited you're here. In this video, you'll get excellent health tips that will make a real difference. But that's not all. I also create personalized guides, tools, and plans tailored to your specific needs. These resources will help you reach your goals faster and more effectively. Don't miss out on your free copies. Check out the links in the description box below. Before you watch this video, please like and subscribe to the channel so we can continue this health journey together. So, let's get started. I'll see you in the rest of the video.